Speaker, thank you so much. I humbly request, Right Honourable, that the honourable members are allowed to react to specifically what I presented, because tomorrow we already have laid out programs of the ministry being in the field, and they were shifted to...
You see, Honourable Minister, what I'm saying
But
is
however,
simple.
the Ministry of Justice, I'm just saying, if the Ministry of Justice is specifically going to present, Right Honourable Speaker, I beg for your protection.
Yeah, please. Honourable, continue.
Thank you, Right
Continue.
Honourable. If the Ministry of Justice will present tomorrow without specifically needing the backing of the ministers of local government, we would kindly appreciate that.
Now, Honourable Minister, why I was saying this, this information you brought is from Ministry of Justice. It's from Electoral Commission. It is from Ministry of Justice, which supervises Electoral Commission. Now, yours is mobilization,
Yes.
which you have
Honourable,
done very well.
right.
I don't know if you have. I just wanted to know if you have any legal mandate.
Honourable members, none of you has a right to tell any member of parliament to sit down. No.
Honourable.
I was simply thanking the speaker so I could go and take my seat.
Okay.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you.
I can sit without being held in my waist. Thank you, Honourable.
Thank you. So, honourable colleagues, order.
I need to congratulate you on your re-election, and I convey my warm greetings from the wonderful people of Masaka City, Ekibuga kya Ssaabasajja Kabaka, who I am honoured to represent in this parliament, the 12th Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. I commend this august House for granting the Ministry an opportunity to present this paper on the elections of LC1 and LC2 administrative units, a matter that goes to the very foundation of service delivery. It concerns leaders at the last mile and grassroots, where lives of millions of Ugandans are shaped. I move on to the paper, Right Honourable. Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable Members, you will recall that upon the expiry of the elected term of office of the administrative units, that is LC1 and LC2 councils, and women councils in July 2023, Regulation 11A of the third schedule to the Local Governments Act, CAP 138, was amended, hence providing the Minister of Local Government with powers to extend the term of office of these administrative units, that is LC1 and LC2 councils, for a period not exceeding 180 days a time. The Women Councils Act, CAP 113, also enabled the Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development to extend the term of office of women councils and committees for a period not exceeding 180 days. The term of office of the administrative units, LC1, LC2 councils, women councils and committees has regularly been extended for periods not exceeding 180 days, with the extension taking effect, with the first extension taking effect on 10th July 2023. The most recent extension, which was the 6th extension, took effect on December 26th, 2025. The current term of office of the administrative units of Local Council 1 and Local Council 2 expired on 28th June 2026. In accordance with the Regulation 11A, as earlier mentioned, of the Local Government Councils regulations, the Honourable Minister of Local Government extended the term of office of the current office bearers to perform its functions until newly elected leaders assume office after a formal handover. The Electoral Commission has since issued a roadmap for the conduct of the 2026 administrative units, that is LC1 and LC2 council elections, as follows. The LC1 The village LC1 elections will be held on 28th July 2026 at every village. The parish LC2 elections will take place on 10th August 2026 at every parish headquarter. Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable colleagues, these elections are of great importance because local councils constitute the foundation of Uganda's decentralized government system. The local councils are the first point of contact between government and citizens. They play a central role in maintaining security and order, resolving disputes through local council courts, mobilizing communities for development, supporting government programs such as the Parish Development Model and EMYOGA, as well as monitoring service delivery. Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable Members, the law is prescriptive and categorical on majority of the elections for Local Council 1 and Local Council 2 administrative units and for women councils. Therefore, the provisions governing these elections are established and this House is fully conversant with them, so I will not break them down. Response to the specific questions raised on the floor of Parliament. Right Honourable, my Senior Minister, the Honourable Balam Bargahare, was here in this August House yesterday and a number of questions were raised. He's not able to be here because he's attending to our people in Bulambuli, and we shall come to the other districts respectively, and the MPs will be fully made aware accordingly. So this is the response to specific questions raised on the floor of Parliament. Right Honourable Speaker, allow me to respond to the specific questions as follows. Question 1. Sensitization on the ongoing registration and election of LC1 chairpersons and women council chairpersons. It is the mandate of the Electoral Commission to do sensitization and voter education on matters regarding elections. Whereas the Electoral Commission is doing awareness through media, print media, electronic media, social media, there is need for strengthening and enhancing this sensitization. The Ministry of Local Government is working closely with the Electoral Commission on an effective mobilization strategy in these remaining days to step up mobilization and ensure voters turn up in big numbers to elect their leaders. Right Honourable Speaker, we commend all the leaders, some of them being members here, honourable members, who have done the patriotic role so far of popularizing these elections and reminding the citizens of their role in these elections and reminding the leaders that need to participate to make sure they are free of taint, because we are in Chisanja, no more sleep and no corruption. Question 2. Clarity on who is eligible, who is an eligible village resident. Right Honourable Speaker, an eligible resident shall be a citizen of Uganda who is 18 years of age and above at the time of registration, ordinary resident in the village of registration and willing to be a member of the village council. Such a resident requires this information for registration: names, national ID number, voter number or application ID number, even for those that don't have the national ID out yet, as long as they have a reference number for their application for that national ID, they are still welcome to the village council, which means the consequent of people that will vote for the leaders. And of course, this resident must be a resident, must have a residence in this village. It doesn't matter whether they own the residence or rent it or live with relatives, as long as they have a place of abode in this village. All persons appearing for registration shall be required to prove that they meet the above mentioned qualifications. Right Honourable Speaker, it is important to note that the electoral process at the parish level is different from the village level. At parish level, the people eligible for voting are members of the different executive committees of the village councils. These constitute an electoral college that votes members of the executive committee at parish level. For clarity, Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable Members, let me say that one more time. These constitute an electoral college that votes the members of the Executive Committee at parish level. Furthermore, according to Section 123, subsection 2 of the Local Governments Act, Cap 138, the election of village or cell council chairperson in parish or ward council chairperson shall be by the electorate lining behind the candidate nominated for the office. Their respective portrait, you could line up behind the respective portrait of that candidate or symbols. Question 3 was voting program. Right Honourable Speaker, the voting program, I will quote as provided by the Electoral Commission, will run as follows. 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. verification of voters by the village election official, brackets presiding officer. 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. voter education and briefing of voters on voting procedures by the village election official, brackets presiding officer. 11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. voting by the electorate lining up and counting. Voting by the electorate lining up. And thereafter, the counting of votes, because the votes are lining up. 11:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. filling of Form EC10 and declaration of the chairperson-elect. 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. nomination and approval of executive committee members by the village council and filling Form EC11. Conclusion. Right Honourable Speaker, in conclusion, I wish to request as follows. That Parliament goes into recess to enable members of Parliament to go to their respective constituencies and mobilize the masses to turn up and exercise their democratic right to vote for their local leaders. That the 28th day of July 2026 be declared a public holiday to enable voters to travel to their villages and exercise their democratic right to vote for their local leaders. Right Honourable Speaker, I beg to submit.
Number 3, on your requests, tomorrow we have the Business Committee of Parliament. I will present it to the Business Committee, and Government Chief Whip, please also emphasize it, so that we see how much time we would give you, Honourable colleague, because personally I will go home to vote. Yeah, I must go and vote for my LC1. It's extremely critical. Okay? Yeah. If I was allowed, I would even vote for women. I'm a member of WOPA, but when it comes to what? Then the one for public holiday, I think that's a cabinet issue, which I think Minister of Public Service will look at. Now,
for residents, I think you were on point. You made it very, very clear, and I thank you for that, my Honourable Minister. The only bit that is remaining, through you, Chair, is the question of officers deployed on operational duties. Yeah, so you should make clarity on that. I thank you. And then on the voting timetable, I think you were also very clear on that, on the schedules. My only concern to you is this election is a little different from the one we had ourselves. Because remember, these villagers are back into production periods, and their election is time-bound according to the program you've given. If voting is going to start at 11, it is going to be at 11. And my prayer to you is that try and make sure that the sensitization go and reach the last village. Because some of our villages are so wide, and they may not walk like during the last election, where others walk for 4 or 5 miles, and they were still able to participate in the election within the time. But in this case, remember, it is at a specific time. So try to make that very clear to them. And also, as you do that, make sure that the structures, the people who are manning these elections. From the last election, we had a bit of a hiccup where some facilitations were not accorded, especially the constable were all over social medias for unpaid money. And yet these are the very people who are going to man this very difficult LC1 election. So I pray that you work with the Electoral Commission to ensure that the very people who are not facilitated from the last election, because if they are demoralized, certainly there will be a lot of gaps. And then as we...
Speaker, thank you so much. I humbly request, Right Honourable, that the honourable members are allowed to react to specifically what I presented, because tomorrow we already have laid out programs of the ministry being in the field, and they were shifted to...
You see, Honourable Minister, what I'm saying
But
is
however,
simple.
the Ministry of Justice, I'm just saying, if the Ministry of Justice is specifically going to present, Right Honourable Speaker, I beg for your protection.
Yeah, please. Honourable, continue.
Thank you, Right
Continue.
Honourable. If the Ministry of Justice will present tomorrow without specifically needing the backing of the ministers of local government, we would kindly appreciate that.
Now, Honourable Minister, why I was saying this, this information you brought is from Ministry of Justice. It's from Electoral Commission. It is from Ministry of Justice, which supervises Electoral Commission. Now, yours is mobilization,
Yes.
which you have
Honourable,
done very well.
right.
I don't know if you have. I just wanted to know if you have any legal mandate.
Honourable members, none of you has a right to tell any member of parliament to sit down. No.
Honourable.
I was simply thanking the speaker so I could go and take my seat.
Okay.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you.
I can sit without being held in my waist. Thank you, Honourable.
Thank you. So, so, honourable colleagues, order. Now, why I've guided this way, I don't want to put the ministry, which is not responsible for organizing elections, on the spot, on the issue. They've done a great job getting all this information and doing the mobilization. So mainly, we wanted the Ministry of Local Government on the part of mobilization, but also on mobilization, you can see the minister has said the Electoral Commission is responsible. So I would want the Electoral Commission, which is represented by the minister. I want to thank you, Honourable Nameere, for the great job here.